Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we're okay with these 4A vocab words. I'm gonna go through and give you some examples that you can use for each of them. And then we'll make sure our notebooks are set up for our new unit, and then we'll take our new notes today. Sound good? Shouldn't take too long. Jakiri is gonna be my timekeeper today. All right, so for a vocab list, some of these words should be familiar. You should have seen some of these. So I'm going to skip down to ones we should have known, if that's okay with y'all. Hopefully everybody knows what like terms are, right? So do y'all see how it says they have the same variable with the same degree? So what that just means is they have the same variable and they have the same exponent. They are not like terms unless they are exactly the same. So let me give y'all an example. So look at those, 2x squared and 4x squared. Do y'all think those are like terms? Okay, why? Good. So she said yes, because they have the same exponent and the same variable. So if you have 2x squared and 4x squared, did y'all learn how to add those in middle school? 6x squared, boom, that's what we're doing today. I'm just gonna make it harder, because that is a middle school topic. But those two right there, they are like terms. Sound good? Okay, what about these two? No, why not? Yeah, so this one has a 2 as its exponent. What's the exponent for this x? 1. Those are not like terms. So every year I have kids ask me why. So this is the best example I've got, and I know it's corny, but you're going to go along with it. I have a dog. Kamari has a dog. I hope you're fine with me talking about your dog. He always says, I tell him I'm going to come to his house and be like, you better be doing your math work. And then he's like, my dog would eat you. We both have dogs, but are they the same exact type of dog? No, he has a German Shepherd, right? He has a German Shepherd and I've got a hound dog. So they're not the same. Yes, they're both dogs, but they're not the exact same. So since they're not the exact same, we probably shouldn't put them together to play. Not until they would know each other, because Lord knows if your dog bit my dog, I'd be getting your dog. Okay. Well, you always say she's gonna bite me. I wouldn't be scared of her. I'm not scared of dogs. Are y'all okay with like terms? All right. Okay, cool. We should also know for middle school what a factor is. And we also should know it from this past unit. The factor was the number that we multiplied it by each time, right? Yeah, he said from elementary school. Okay, so factors are just numbers that you multiply together to get a given number. So for example, if I told you to give me the factors of 12, what would be some you'd tell me? Dang, she just went ahead and listed all of them. 12 times 1, somebody different. What's another one?
3 times 4.
Oh, good. So y'all said 2 different ones. That's perfect. 6 times 2 and 4 times 3. Those are all factors of 12. So I'm going to backtrack real quick because I forgot to do light bulb words. For like terms, what could a light bulb word be? Same. Boom. Period. Same. You could say alike. Anything along those lines. But I need some of y'all to remember your light bulb word is a synonym. It is a word. It is not another definition, and it's not another example. It's a synonym. So Jordan, can you think of a synonym for factor for me? What's a word that would make you think of the word factor? What are all of these doing? Yeah, so factor, light bulb word could be Multiplying. Anybody have a different one we could use? I think on mine I said times. Yeah, times. Product, I love that. That was good. Any word that makes you think of that word, okay? It helps you study. If you can think of synonyms for a word, that means you know what the words mean. So I'm not having y'all do that just to give you busy work. It actually helps you remember the words. All right. I'm going to skip the next one because we shouldn't know what that is from middle school. That's a little new. We should know what area is from middle school. What's area? Length times width. It helps you find the space inside a polygon. What's a polygon? A shape. So for area, your light bulb word could be inside. There's my girl. What could be an example for area? What'd y'all say earlier? But when I said, what is area? Y'all didn't tell me the space inside. Kamari said, yeah, you could do length times width. That'll give you the area. Kamari just said we could also have a square and we could tell you the side is 2. So how would I find the area? 2 times 2, which would be, you could put that as your example. As long as it is a math example. Some of y'all be putting stuff that has nothing to do with the math word. So then you get points off, okay? All right, these last two, I'm hoping we also remember from middle school. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape, right? So what I always tell my kids, the light bulb word, you could make it distance. You could make it outside. Anybody have a different one? Oh, I like that. Around. I also liked what you said. You could also say total because you're adding up all the sides, right? Good. You don't have to use these, Jordan, but I'm giving y'all some examples. What about the square? Right. That's why it's in orange. I'm trying to color code them different. I just forgot up here. All right, an example of perimeter. If I use this same square, what would the perimeter be? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Good. The perimeter would be 8. So you could draw a square on your card or put in a square and just tell me what the perimeter is. Another example you could do to find perimeter, you do length plus width plus width. Yeah, 2L plus 2W. You could also do that. Good. Just seeing what y'all remember from middle schools. But these are all ones that we should have seen in middle school. My people at home, y'all should have printed or copied your vocab yesterday. So if you didn't do that, make sure it gets done because that's a part of your notebook check. Then this last one, we also should have learned in middle school. Greatest common factor, very good. GCF, you can literally put for the definition, greatest common factor. What could be a light bulb word? Greatest. Great. Okay, I like that. You could say just greatest. Remember, it's supposed to try to be a synonym. You could say biggest factor. Anything like that. So for an example, let's just review. We won't get into GCF until next Friday. Okay? And then you guys will pick up with it when you come back. Huh? LCD, least common denominator, or LCM, least common multiple. We don't do that in math. We don't do that in high school. That's just a middle school thing, but we do use greatest common factor a lot. If I asked y'all for the greatest common factor between 12 and 18, what is the greatest common factor they have? What's the biggest number that goes into both of those?
6.
Good. So that could be an example for your card, okay? Doesn't have to be the exact one. I'm just trying to help some of y'all out that are still doing these cards wrong. I say still because we are over halfway through the semester. And I don't give you those cards to be a witch. I think that's what some of y'all think. I use the PG word, Shania. I give you those cards because if you do them and you do them the right way, then you will be ready for your vocab quiz, okay? All right, all of these top words, I'm not gonna go over now because all of these are actually in our notes today. So are y'all cool if I save these for the notes? Is that okay with everybody at home?